All right. Here we go. Back on the scene. This is the We So Classic podcast brought to you by WeSoClassic.com. This your man D Damon in the building.
It's your boy Luke Hall in the building, along with your man Rick. Go ahead.
What the hell? It's your boy Prez in the house. What's going on, man? What's that inside joke?
Yo, inside of somebody.
It's your boy Recess hollering from the yard. What's good?
Yeah.
What's going on, man? What is the deal, y'all?
Pretty Ricky.
I never saw that movie. Was it good?
I don't know. You tell me.
Yo.
Gosh.
My brothers, man. 3 years, y'all.
Years, man.
3 years.
About somebody every single day.
I can't believe y'all put up with me so long.
we haven't. It's the last show. I guess you didn't get the memo and shit, man.
Damn.
Crazy, man.
I mean, your alien is out now, so let's go.
But
Can't believe it.
Before on the rails, man, I want to thank everybody that's been rocking with us, man. 3 long years, man. We've been getting it in, man. Appreciate all of y'all for listening and supporting and sharing and everything, man. You know, it's been a hell of a ride, y'all.
Especially when, this whole time, like we've been, broadcasting out to everybody, and we still haven't gotten it under control to where, when you're eating something and you making noise, you mute the mic. The mic wasn't muted at first.
Wow, that happened, man.
3 years, man. 3 years.
Yo, Prez came on butt ass naked.
That's how he was celebrating.
That's how he was celebrating. Like, it's crazy.
Yo, I was following orders, man. I was told that we doing the show naked.
Lord,
right?
Damn.
So I just did what I was told. Like
so now you finally listen. You never listen to anything else. You never pay attention. You always come in late. Coming to bed, but you listen to that though, right?
and never listen to his own show.
He never listened to the whole show.
I thought we was doing it different. This going into this 4th year.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Everybody that's interested, REP 1804. DM that man, ladies and men.
Oh man. So what's up, man? What's up? How y'all brothers been, man?
Man, doing good, man. Just been living, enjoying this early part of the summer. Okay. It's not officially summer yet until next week, I guess.
Okay.
About a few days or whatever, but still getting out there, still enjoying, the good weather, trying to take advantage of that. Hitting a couple concerts, hitting a couple boat rides, and whatnot.
All right, living your best life, man.
Yeah.
Which one of your gentlemen friends you taking on a boat ride?
Okay.
And listen, don't be jealous. I can take you too. Don't worry.
Yeah, because like he says, he'll have his man's on one end, his girl on the
other. Exactly.
Oh man. What's up with you, B-Seth, man?
Yo, like Prez said, the concert season is about to roll around, man.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, I will be in the building at Barclays for that Masters of Ceremony in a week and a half.
Oh, okay.
Yo,
So wait, you coming up for it?
I don't know how. All right, for those who did not understand, I will be in the building at the Barclays for the Masters of Ceremony, yo.
I didn't know, man. I didn't get that confirmation.
I just made the announcement 15 seconds ago.
You, man.
Man.
Shit, don't want to invite nobody nowhere, man.
Prez, he got dementia. He'll be traveling to California the same weekend. So,
unfortunately, yeah, man.
That is true, right? I'll be
out of town, soaking up some California sun.
Speaking of California, Sunday, I also got to hit up the beach as all of my loveliness was exposed on the World Wide Web.
That's what
You
I'm
know what I'm
talking
saying?
about. That's what I'm
Yeah,
talking
man.
about. Live free, baby. Live free.
I will be seeking those pictures out and photoshopping it to the best of my ability. Thank you, bro.
Oh man, you put one up. I think it was you that you put one up, man. Stop stunting to the people. You know, you already did that.
My Photoshop abilities, man. We put on full display.
So yeah, D, just definitely counting my blessings. Be thankful for everything that I have because it took a long, long journey in order for me to get where I'm at. So it's so funny. People look at the glass half full or the glass half empty.
Okay.
I once heard that people are mistaken. They should be looking as the glass is refillable.
Okay. Got it, man.
That's some real metaphysical shit right there, bro.
Now, and one last thing, D, I gotta say, man, the narrative needs to change, man.
Okay.
I mean, you know, in any aspect of your life where you feel injustice or oppression, just understand that it is the narrative from which your oppressor is seeing the subject. They don't look at us as where we came from. No person that is of upper or middle class, you know, Caucasian, you know, descent can definitely look back and understand the type of environments that we were raised in, the type of people that were raised us in the environment that we came from. So we got to also understand that they were raised in different environments. They were raised in a different way than us. So, of course, natural politeness and definitely being kind to others, showing love, and basically just having a sense of a cordialness, if there's a word. People have got to start changing the narrative and stop thinking of only things the way they see it through their eyes, but try to look at through the eyes of others.
Okay.
Got it, brother. That's what's up, man. Dope. I don't know one word you said, man, but that's dope, man. That's what's up, man.
I know you didn't, my nigga. I know it. I know it.
Not one word. I don't know what you was talking about just now, man, but that's what's up.
Come on, son.
You lost me when I was like, I got one more thing to say. You lost me all the way back there, man. I zoned out.
I got one more thing to say.
But somebody else picked it up, man.
Hold on. You in North Carolina, right? Watch out for the shots, nigga. Watch out for the shots. They biting, motherfucker. Stay out the water.
What's up with you, Big Lou Hall? What's good, brother?
Man, just chilling, man. Just like, you know, pretty much like everybody else, man. Enjoying life, living life, man. Gotta live life to the fullest, man. Taking advantage of just being at this new job, man. Making moves. Just loving, man. I've never felt as happy as I've felt in a long time, man. I'm just, yeah, man. Just loving life, man. Getting ready to. I won't be partaking this year in the concert going, just because I've had to divert all of my efforts into vacationing out of the country. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to catch that concert wave, you know what I'm saying, next year. But,
okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up then, man. And people ain't going nowhere, man. It's all good.
Except for, you know,
except for what?
Except for possibly the Wu-Tang Clan, man.
Why you sound like you like mad depressed and shit?
Yeah, I'm kind of depressed, man. You know, just I mean, watching that documentary, man.
Yeah, money talks. I can see them going back out again eventually, like promoting something. I don't know.
I don't think so.
You don't think?
Nothing that's going to consist of them to be in a studio all at the same time.
Oh, okay. Be specific, because you saw them last night, Press.
No. I understand.
Like, what is this guy talking about? You saw them last night.
That's different.
Okay.
Different.
That's why a good thing you went specific.
New music you talk about. New music.
Like new music.
I can't see it.
New music.
I think it's a wrap.
Yeah. I'm not really interested in new music from them, in all honesty, because the last couple of things been so like as a collective been so subpar. I'm not really interested in individually. I'm interested, not as a group anymore.
But one straw that probably broke the camel's back should have been seen a miles away.
What's
Who
that?
the fuck name is Civil Rings? What kind of shit is that? Who names themselves that? Like, did he get that shit from the Wu
Generator, the Wu-Tang name
generator, son?
I mean, he's
He got that shit from the Wu generator.
the foreign hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So
Again? What?
he does the foreign hip hop.
Yeah, I was gonna say it seemed like the RZA picked up that dude like as a way to expand out in whatever country that dude was in, and because that dude was going on like European tours, like he kind of used it to, like spread the word out in them foreign countries and shit. So
I think it was definitely a nice trip for the fellas. The way they definitely did a great job in documenting the story in the 4-part doc series. I think they definitely did justice.
Showtime, yeah, Showtime. People didn't check it out yet. The Showtime doc was dope.
Yeah, definitely
Definitely dope, man. But,
they did him some justice, man.
yeah. So I know I said earlier before we started recording, y'all was talking about that movie. Is that movie coming out? What, this year, next year? What is it? A TV show or the movie theaters or what is it?
It's I want to say Netflix or Hulu.
Oh,
It's going to
okay.
be one of the streaming services. It might be Hulu. And I believe they're shooting right now, so probably won't be available till next year sometime.
So it'd be like a
I would
like
think.
like a new edition, like a 4-part series or something like that, or like just one movie.
No, it's like a 4-part. Well, I don't know how many parts, but no, it's going to be a multiple episode
Okay, like a series.
type
Okay.
as
of.
long as they don't sell their motherfucking soul to the devil by going to Lifetime.
No,
Nah, it ain't going up on Lifetime.
That
I don't know.
That man, I tell you, Lifetime has ruined lives.
Nah, it ain't going to Lifetime.
I don't think those Lifetime movies are those are not licensed by the people. Don't everybody be beefing about that shit? Be they trying to sue them?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that fucking Aaliyah shit. That
Yeah,
shit was,
yeah. That's not approved by the artist.
Person, the artist, yeah.
No.
I don't
People always
think so.
beef with them. Remember the Whitney one? Wasn't it Mad Drama with the Whitney one?
yeah. That shit was terrible.
Yeah, people be fucking with that.
I haven't watched Lifetime since Robert Stack died.
Who's that?
Oh, Unsolved Mysteries.
That was the shit.
Yeah.
That was the shit. I used to be scared of that show.
That
Yo.
was some scary shit. Because
Yeah,
that
that is
Scary show, right? Or ain't the only one? That was
Like,
scared of, like,
Oh,
man.
like, yo, do this. You
official.
watch it, you turn off the lights.
Official.
That fucking creepy ass theme song and shit. That shit was creepy, man. Yo, you know what's always
Yeah.
scared me for some reason? The Elvis episode used to scare the shit out of me. I have no idea why, yo. I'm always scared of Elvis episodes, yo.
Oh,
was always-
man. Every episode had me scared, yo.
It was always the aliens, man. I always thought, like, especially if I turn the lights off, like, and I got to go into another room and it's dark, like, I get like this scared feeling over myself, and I just have to like start walking fast into the room.
Are
Close
you
the-
afraid of the dark?
I was.
Holy shit. You afraid of the dark?
I
That's
was.
crazy. I was. This what? A couple of minutes ago?
I was part of the Midnight Society. You know what I'm saying? That went over everybody's head, man. Oh,
Nah, explain it. What does that mean?
oh,
I'm not trying to keep my head up.
on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, that's some young
Back
shit.
on
I knew.
Snick, back in the day, they used to have a show called "Are You Afraid of the Dark?"
Oh, you afraid of the dark?
Yes, and then it was.
I was in my 20s when that shit came out, man.
You said what?
I was in my 20s when that shit came out, man.
When I was in my teens, man, I was on that Snick, man. It was always Ren and Stimpy. You know what I'm saying? Then all that. Then Are You Afraid of the Dark? And then something else.
So my wife was in the next room. She's yelling. There's a TV show. Both of y'all are like the same age. I was old. Y'all young. I was old when that shit came out, yo. I don't know nothing about no Afraid of the Dark and shit. I was a grown ass man when that shit came out, man. I wasn't watching that shit, yeah. I was watching real shit like wrestling. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Grown man tights.
Uh-huh.
Yo, speaking of wrestling, last week I checked out Fighting with My Family.
Oh, okay. The Page movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was actually pretty good, man.
Mhm.
Pretty good.
I haven't seen it. Yet. Oh, fuck. What's based on that shit, right, Press? You
Yeah.
saw it, right? The movies.
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah.
It was good. It was, and it was funny because I didn't know it was a true story. I didn't.
Yeah, that's crazy. You just went to the movie just to see a random movie, right?
I just went to go see a random movie, man. I just like, let me just check it out or whatever. I figured that it was going to be interesting because The Rock was in it. The Rock was never going to be in no bullshit. I had some time to kill, so I checked it out. By that point, by the time like this chick was popular in the movies, I was already off of wrestling. I'm sorry. By the time she was popular in wrestling, I was already off of that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I didn't know that it was a true story till the end of the movie when they started showing the pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, it was cool. It was a good, cool little movie.
I want to jump back on the comment that you just made. You said The Rock isn't going to be in some bullshit.
I've never seen. Well, let me rephrase that. I've never seen The Rock play anything, play a role that I didn't like. But I haven't seen all his movies though. I haven't seen all of them.
Now, what you have to say, LJ?
Jumanji was fucking terrible.
Yo, I didn't see Jumanji.
I got that on the DVR. I haven't watched it yet though.
I didn't see Jumanji.
Terrible, man. It's like it was not funny. I was not laughing, and I mean maybe because. It was because
the original was a classic. The original was a classic. I don't know why they made it. Yeah, I don't know why he's got to remake shit. Why don't they just call it something else, yo? Because it's from looking at the thing, it like has nothing to do with the original movie. It's like completely different from the original story of Jumanji. So why call it Jumanji?
Sequels, they're fucking up with these sequels.
Like what?
Last weekend I saw me and my team, we got together. We took off work and we all got together to do like a fun thing as a team or whatever. And we went to go see fucking the Phoenix, the Phoenix.
Oh, the Phoenix shit? Oh,
that shit, Dark Phoenix. That shit was so fucking terrible. Oh my god, that shit was terrible.
And what a way to go out. That was the last movie too, right? The last X-Men movie I heard.
Yeah. Well, I liked for a minute. Like that was the last Fox.
Yeah, last Fox X-Men movie. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Marvel Entertainment. That shit
didn't look good anyway. The trailers didn't look good.
It was boring, and it didn't get straight. It didn't get straight. There's a difference between good and straight. It didn't become straight until the end of the movie with some of the fighting scenes, and it's like they had so much talking and so much storyline that like, where's the action? Like Marvel movies are synonymous for the action and shit. Nah. Not this one. Because
it ain't the same, ain't the same studio and shit. So I wasn't fucking with X-Men when they did that slick shit by changing all the actors, man. When they turned over to the first, First Class?
First Class was good. First Class
was cool.
And then Future Past was good.
Future Past was cool. I just didn't like how they just got rid of it. They just changed. Because when they first started showing it, I was like, oh, I see what they're doing. I was like, watch, eventually they're going to get rid of all of these original actors and replace them with these younger people. I said, watch this shit.
And what was the night before, I watched Apocalypse. And it was terrible. I didn't think there was going to be anything else that was going to be any more terrible than Apocalypse. And then they proved me wrong by...
Well, maybe it's the time now. That was the last one for the Fox stuff, and just give it up and moving on over to the Marvel Studios.
Before the deal even came up, that movie was supposed to come out 2 years ago. Damn. And that shit was I guess they must have test screened it, and they was like, nah, that ain't it. And they threw that shit back. You got to change some shit. And 2 years later. You know what I'm saying? The whole year they were dealing with the whole, switching to Disney. And then they put this shit out. I mean, it was a travesty, man. Like, I wouldn't even...
It was a what?
It was a travesty, man.
A travesty?
Yeah, man.
You mean a travesty?
Travesty. Excuse me. Travesty.
Yo, and he didn't even catch it. Like you asked him, he's supposed to catch it. On his
Travesty.
Travesty. Yeah. I mean, it was terrible. Like,
man, that's horrible.
and it's like they keep fucking up with these sequels, man, like and remakes. You know what I'm saying? So I've always wondered, like, you know what I'm saying, what if they're making a part 1, a part 2, you know, what I'm saying, and part 2 is terrible. So, like, what's gonna be good with the part 3? Like, how, you know what I'm saying? Like,
they're not really exactly, is priority number 1 is not exactly the quality of the content. It's about the money.
Pretty much, yeah.
And you mentioned Disney. Speaking of Disney, and speaking of sequels and live action films, they dropped that. They dropped that Aladdin.
Oh yeah, we saw that shit. Yeah. That shit was dope.
I heard it was good. I heard it was good.
That was dope.
I think they did a few things in there to definitely stand out from the original Aladdin animated.
Okay.
Yeah. The way they was going fucking crazy and losing their minds when they saw Will Smith painted blue.
Will Smith was good. Will Smith was good in the movie.
I know he's gonna be good, but the fucking stands and the fucking
that's just the fucking Twitter. That's Twitter internet bullshit.
Lose their mind. And then, oh my god, why is he blue? He doesn't have his shirt on. Like, stupid.
That actually worked for me because the color schemes, I like that he was blue. And he was blue the majority of film, but he was also regular for a lot of it also.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And when y'all was talking earlier about Jumanji, that was bad. The Rock and Kevin Hart, when they did that CIA, I thought that was dope.
Yeah, now that was funny. That's
The Rock's, that's his lane, like them action cop movies and shit like that. Because I saw
that is his lane.
Did I see what he was in? I was just thought of something I saw. Oh, that Baywatch. I heard that Baywatch was trash, yo.
Oh my god, that shit was terrible.
Yeah.
Me and the wife was like, what the fuck is this?
And that shit was Skyscraper. We had the one leg jumping from building to building.
Skyscraper was hilarious.
One leg.
I saw that.
The Rock is not bad in 1,000.
I saw that. That one was all right, man. That shit was not that bad.
But I tell you what, though, that fucking what's that Hobbs
and Shaw.
That shit looked dope. I cannot wait to see that.
Because of the villain.
Idris, oh man, yo, he looked like he getting off in that movie. Like he's supercharged, like he gonna whoop ass.
Pause, big boy.
Yeah.
Pause. Y'all said Skyscraper, one leg. Y'all said lanes. Y'all said playing. You said rock. I wanna give speaking of rocks and lanes.
What the fuck?
Exactly. And
I know where this is going.
I want to give a big congratulations to one of my favorite players, if not the favorite player right now, Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard. I knew it. Yo, sis.
He did his thing with that rock.
Yo, sis. You and my son must be twins because I lie to you not. My son has been talking about Kawhi ever since he really got into basketball. Kawhi, I like Kawhi.
Oh, wow. I ain't never heard B-Says mention nothing about him in Kawhi Leonard. I ain't never heard him say that shit before, yo.
Bandwagon ass.
I ain't never heard you say the words Kawhi. You ain't never talking about Kawhi ever.
You know what? I was up on Kawhi a long time ago. You know,
started doing the laugh.
Get out of here, man. Now it's a Drake a Toronto fan and shit.
I don't see. There you go.
They win.
You know, you're not gonna put your crab legs on top of my head and push me further down in this barrel.
Awesome.
Now Kawhi definitely did his thing and shit, man.
Thank you.
He did his thing.
Well, I think he changes the narrative now a little bit when you talk about the preservation of an NBA player's body during the regular season, maintaining your focus and and understanding that if somebody says that you're ready to play, if your body's telling you you're not ready, you're not ready. And then he also changes a little bit of that narrative of the player putting themselves first ahead of the team. That sometimes that it in his case especially, it worked out 100%. Look at the irony. On the other hand, Kevin Durant comes back. Everybody definitely did not come back 100%, and then injures himself more, worse off, as if, come on, my gosh, guy. The irony was crazy. This NBA Finals had more storylines than a daytime soap opera.
Went to the next though. I mean, what happened to Durant was just happens and shit, man. Like fucking.
But you know,
same as that. It just fucking happened.
I read a report that Golden State is probably going to give both Durant and Clay probably contract extensions to probably secure them for not this season, because I think Durant is out for the whole entire next year. I don't know about Clay because I think he had surgery and it was successful.
They said about 4 to 6 months, depending on. Yeah, they said he'll be back. They said he'll definitely be back by the playoffs next year.
Okay,
but then you got to work him in and conditioning and all that shit.
Damn.
I didn't know
even
that
if they make the playoffs.
Yeah, it's not guaranteed that he's going to have any kind of impact.
I did not know you could move so much off of a torn ACL. I don't know what type of cocaine Clay was on, but he was hopping around, jumping around.
Really, man.
How you go from getting carried off the court to running back on the court to shoot free throws and then go back on defense?
Remember Kobe? I think Kobe tore his Achilles and he went and shot free throws and shit. You remember that shit? Kobe tore his Achilles. Kobe tore his fucking Achilles and he went back on the floor to shoot free throws.
That's not normal.
That's superhuman.
Hey man,
that shit is not normal.
That's another player with the name starting with K.
Man, it's crazy.
My boy
Clay, Kobe.
I don't mean to brag, but it was one time I was playing ball with one of my boys, and I'm playing defense, and he tried to shake me or whatever, and he ain't shake me. I stood with him, but he shook himself so hard he tore his Achilles. You know what I mean?
What?
What?
He shook himself.
Wow.
My defense was crazy, son. My defense was like,
hold on. Are you bragging that you got good defense, or you bragging that you made your boy tear his Achilles? You said I don't mean to brag. Let me get that straight. What were you don't mean to brag about exactly?
Yeah. But
what do you don't mean to brag about, Prez?
I'm saying,
ankles, man.
I'm just saying, my defense ain't nothing to be playing with, man. My defense is on point.
I played ball before, right?
Nah.
I don't think I never played ball before. Yeah.
Oh, he's saying nah, because if you would have got on the court, he would have shook you, D.
I think I'm retired by then. By the time I met you, I retired by then and shit, man.
Actually, I do remember going to the court on Utica. One day we left the job. Me, I don't remember. I think you had to be there. It was Lee. I think Lee was there.
Wait a minute. There's a whole bunch of us.
Yeah, we went over to the court. It was over there in Utica and
Nah, I couldn't have been there. I remember playing. I remember you being there.
Lee was there. What's the tall dude from Far Rock?
Shout out to Lee.
Oh, Cribs.
Cribs. I remember Cribs was there.
I wasn't there with that.
Shout out to Cribs.
You didn't go that day?
Nah.
Okay.
Because I went with them, I don't remember you being there. Because you was already gone by then.
Okay.
I don't know about the court on Utica, but I know about the court on Hoyt and Skimmerhorn.
I'm sure you know that one very well.
What?
That's fucked up, Prez. That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up. Man.
Quiet in the court.
Oh shit!
That one went way over. Everybody said, "Yo, D,
I just got it. Oh
What-
my god, that's
Speaking of court, what's on the docket, D?
What's on the
Speaking of
docket
court.
today?
Speaking of court,
I mean, since we're talking about sequels and
Trilogies.
exactly.
trilogies, yes, indeed. I guess we figured we're gonna talk about 3-year anniversary, whatever, man. So I think I had broached the subject to y'all recently about people always talk about like people like debut albums and like the sophomore album, but nobody ever talks about like the third album, in the artist's catalog and shit. So I figure hop on that subject, man. Talk about the third album and
All right, D. I'll hop on it.
Yeah, man.
Only
Like,
because when an artist you're grown. Pause.
come on, you gotta grow up. With an artist, what?
When they come out with a debut album,
No doubt.
right? It is, what it is. They don't know if it's gonna stick. They don't know what's gonna happen. Your debut albums, usually the most anticipated debut albums are probably from the most anticipated artists, so they continue, right? So they make that second album. It's called The Sophomore Jinx, right? And after the Sophomore Jinx, that third album usually puts you in elite company and is usually with superstar status. If your third album puts you in, it's critically acclaimed, and they also compare it, or in some other cases, don't compare it because they fall short to their second and first albums, D. So usually the barometer to superstar status usually is around that third album. Would you agree?
No doubt. No
He
doubt.
didn't say he didn't hear nothing. I just finished.
Yeah, no doubt. Ask Luol. I know you should be doing something to shit, yeah. I know you should be doing something. Talk to these two other people here, yeah.
Yeah, Prez, go ahead and elaborate on that.
Prez believes there's one tell-all album. I think Prez should definitely set it off.
With what? With my selection, my
I
choice
think,
of what the third album.
Absolutely. Let's get it out the way.
How do you frame that? The best third album ever by a solo artist or a group?
Yes. Go ahead. Can you kick it?
Yes, I can.
All right.
Actually, that was off the second album, though.
Mm-hmm.
So the third album, which I believe is the best album of all time, the best third album of all time, which I used to say, by the way, that I made the cover because there was so many people on the album cover that there was one dude in particular. I don't even know who he is, to tell you the truth, but I was like, he looks like me. So I started to tell people like, yeah, I made an album cover.
Man, that's Pete Rock, man.
Nah, that wasn't Pete. That wasn't Pete Rock. That wasn't Pete Rock. It was some dude.
That was Buck Wild. Get the fuck out.
Nah, it wasn't Buck Wild. I don't know who it was. I really don't know. He's not an MC. I would have known if it was an MC. He might have been like, I don't know, some A&R dude or some shit. But I used to be like, yeah, that's me. That's me on the cover. So I'm talking about the album called Midnight Marauders from the group A Tribe Called Quest.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
D has the shorty running back at him over his.
Yeah, I got it right up in the
absolutely
right in the corner.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right up there. Okay. They can't see the video and shit.
Actually, I see on the other over the other shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeedy. That was my shit right there. It was released on November 9th, 1993.
Okay.
Had its 25-year anniversary last year. Definitely had that sucker on replay, like heavy. And it was amazing to me because I started following Tribe obviously when the first album dropped.
Right.
You know, they had their El Segundo joint on there. They had the what you call it, not the Can I Kick It. What was the other song off of that first album? What was it? Bonita Applebaum. They had Bonita Applebaum, you know, so that definitely put me on the radar, you know. And then obviously they dropped the second album, The Low End Theory.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, damn, these dudes is like no joke. You know what I mean? These dudes is like everything I ever wanted to hear in an album. It's like, this is it. It's like, I'm just so happy right now.
Wow.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
It's that low end.
That low end theory, man. That bottom, that down bottom.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Still rise to the top though. And then all of a sudden they coming up with a third album. I'm like, oh, word? You can't beat the Low End Theory though. Low End Theory was a classic. You know, still is.
Yes, it is.
Oh, was I wrong? Was I so wrong? Because when that Midnight Marauders dropped, jeez, oh. Yo, let me tell you, man, from the first song, from the intro, whoop, 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 whoop.
Hi.
Yo, it just sonically, it was just so different sonically from the last album, from the Low End Theory. It was like, yo, they ended up coming with these interludes and these fucking, you know, these songs that showcased Fife on a different level.
Yes.
Like, Fife was like relentless, yo, when it came to the bars on this one, man. Mm-hmm. And he definitely solidified himself because, you know, there was always that back and forth about who was better. Why wasn't Fife really on the first album as much as Q-Tip? How come? And then, you know, they had a little falling out. They had little disagreements and whatnot. You know, little rifts between them. You know, I think a lot of pressure. Q-Tip had a lot of pressure of him being the de facto leader of the group. You know what I'm saying? Where he probably, I don't think he ever said that. It's not like he ever said like, yeah, I'm the leader of the group. I think it was just put upon him as such.
Like the pressure.
Yeah. And you know what I mean? And people in the media, whatever, the record label, maybe they just kind of like put that on him. But you know, just the way that Fife came out and he definitely stood on his ground and showed them that he's definitely an MC force to be reckoned with. I was, the thing about hip hop for me at that age, man, I was learning from these dudes. That's the other thing. That's the important key part of what makes hip hop in the 90s so much better than hip hop today. Like, I was learning shit. Like Steve Biko, I didn't know who Steve Biko was. I didn't know what the hell that was. I didn't know if that was a real thing, a make-believe thing. Mm-hmm. But then later on, I come to find out, you know, doing my research, that he was a South African civil rights activist. Right. You know what I mean? I'm like, so I'm learning shit. I'm like, oh, this is good. This is good information right here. This is, you know, something that, you know, I can actually learn from. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, so that was that Stir It Up joint with Steve Biko. Stir It Up. Yeah, man. I mean, there's so many joints. Like I said, it was all consistent from the first to the last. There was no song that you had to skip over. Every song had some kind of social commentary, had some kind of reflection on what's going on in the world.
Especially in Electric Relaxation. But the nut on your couch, now you got Siemens Furniture. Sorry.
Shout out to Siemens Furniture.
Bars. Siemens Furniture. And that's the other thing. If you ain't from the area, if you ain't from New York,
there you go.
You like, yo, you lost in the sauce. That shit going over your head.
Because you don't know about Siemens Furniture.
You don't know about Siemens Furniture.
Hey, that'd be me.
You know about Siemens Furniture, man?
Nah, man.
Fucking, what's that? American fucking right up of Drake Avenue and shit.
Yo,
American that shit. Right in the corner.
That shit was a staple, man. When you going out, you need to get some furniture for your crib. You go to Siemens Furniture. You know,
That
what I
was
mean?
Electric Relaxation. That was one video. Award Tour was another video.
Yes.
And the Buster Joy. Oh my God.
Oh
Yes.
my God.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, man, but I could go on and on.
Hey, sucker nigga, wherever you are.
So that joint was just like, again, that was like Q-Tip took it to a whole different level by talking on that topic, which was always like a hot item to discuss,
Ain't sucking MCs and the sucking
whether
niggas.
we should be using that word or not. You know what I mean?
But when it comes to dates like this, I got lyrics to go.
Lyrics to go. Oh,
Just the whole album, man. I
whole
mean, it just
album, man.
it's like you because you already put it out there. Obviously, you didn't, Anyway, I ain't gonna go there. But you put it out that you was gonna cover this album and shit. Like this literally in all the fucking listen to music since I was fucking 1 year old. Like Midnight Marauders is literally in one of my top 5 favorite albums of all times.
Oh,
of, like,
man.
all albums,
Absolutely.
like,
Yeah.
everything I ever heard. It's like right up, like top 5. Period. It's like
so
period.
Oh, without a doubt, man. The production on there, oh my God, man.
Yeah.
Ridiculous, yo. Ridiculous.
I think and Oh My God, I feel had a sequel with the last joint, God Lives Through.
Yeah.
There's a million MCs that claim they want some, but see, I create sounds to make your ears go numb. Peace to Snap Steve. Yeah, you know how we go. My best friend Steven
at the Home Depot.
Lawrence is in the house, can't forget Southside.
He's like the girl to the far side. Come on. Too much, man. Just go on and on for that.
On and on, man. On and on. But I'm gonna go ahead and end right there. You know, I'll jump back into it, here and there, and I'll probably bring up some more, facts about the album. You know what I mean?
Now listen, I wanna hop into one I was going over, man. Now Lou Hall.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned a particular date. You said, you said September 29th, 1998, right?
Yes,
You was like, the album came out. So I was like, I think I know what it is. And then you mentioned that it was something else. I thought you were talking about this album because this was the third album from this dude. You might know him. Y'all might have heard of him. He might have just became a billionaire a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
This album might have sold over 5 million copies. His biggest album to date. Obviously, talk about the one and only Mr. Sean Carter, Jay-Z, Volume 2, Hard Knock Life.
Really?
Volume 2, the Hard Knock motherfucking Life.
Wow, really?
Came out. Yes, indeed, brother. Yes, indeed.
Wow. Okay.
You can't get everything on that day. Come on, man. So obviously, this joint, man. I mean, I remember the first time hearing that fucking Hard Knock, like hearing that Andy shit, yo. To me, this was like just the Andy song in general, Hard Knock Life song. Jay-Z took off from this song. You know what I'm saying?
That was his commercial hit. His crossover hit.
That was it. I remember for the first time I heard this shit, I was like, what the fuck is this, yo? Take the bass out, like doom, doom, doom. It's a hard knock. Like, I was like, what the fuck is this shit, yo? But I mean, the whole album was, like I said, just one of his greatest albums. This is another one. Same thing you said, Midnight Marauders, from top to bottom. No filler. 0 filler, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The singles he dropped on there. He had Can I Get a what? That was like the first single that dropped. Like, just ridiculous. That's
featuring Ja Rule and
Emil. Shout out to Emil, man. Emil get a bad rap and shit, man.
What do you mean?
Emil get a bad rap. People always talking shit about Emil, man. Emil get a bad rap. Emil was dope and shit, yeah.
No comment.
Like I said, then it's just like I said that fucking Hard Knock Life joint. That single was just ridiculous. Money Cash Hoes.
I know they're going to criticize the hook on this song.
Oh man,
I don't give a fuck. I'm just a crook on this song.
Jay flow sick. Fuck
Fuck
off.
off, y'all haters, little dicks.
Come on, guys.
Man. Nigga, what? Nigga, who? The originator of 99?
Oh my god, yo. I'm just telling you, listen, I try to mimic every single song, every single verse in that song. I got everything good up until the part where Jazzo, where he starts going off. I
Nigga
start.
heard me. How that shit go? I'm burn degree. What the fuck? I so lie. I don't know how that shit. I can't rhyme fast and shit.
Run the vigor with me and my nigga Jigga. The same type work and be.
It's a classic song. But then you even go to the songs that wasn't like those were the four, like the singles. Then you got to go to like If I Should Die Tonight.
Oh,
Over. Ride or Die, niggas. Then you go, I'm just Ride or Die. A Week Ago featuring Too Short. I wasn't even a fan of that. Was my shit. I still say that shit to
that
this
song.
I still say that shit to this day. Like, it was all good as a week ago. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hold on. Let's not forget. Cocaine whiter now, Operation was sweet. Cocaine whiter now, moving a brick a week.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
The shit was bleak.
I'm like Keenan catching up on the vibe. Come on, man.
Coming of
coming of
age.
age.
You can see it in his eyes.
Oh my God, Bleak. That was a dope shit.
Yes,
Dope
that
ass.
back and forth shit. Matter of fact, they did, to me, they was the first ones to really start doing that back and forth before, of course, Jada and Styles P. You know what I'm saying? That whole back and forth shit was
And then and then you got to go to one of the dopest posse cuts of all time. We talked about this in our posse cut episode back in the days. Reservoir Dogs, man.
Reservoir Dogs.
Featuring the Locks. You just spoke of the Locks. Beanie Siegel and Sauce Money. Come on, man. Just classic fucking album.
Shout out to Sauce Money.
Money, man. One of my favorite joints on the album, to which is the last regular song, was featuring Kid Capri, produced by Kid Capri. It's Like That. Love that joint. Love that joint. Kid Capri. Like that, yo. That's my joint right there, man.
Yeah. That's not bad. It's not bad. It's not better than Midnight Marauders, though.
Here we go.
Ain't better than Midnight Marauders. Just for the simple fact, how many people he had to get on that album to make it a classic? He had Too Short, The Locks, Beanie Siegel, Scarface.
Classic fucking joint, man. Come on, and then basically this kind of just set everything off, because remember they had the Hard Knock Life tour. Right, it was based off of this album, so that just pushed everything forward. So a lot of people blew up off of this fucking shit. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? All that shit, yo.
That was his first commercial album. That was the album that crossed him over.
Too bad he couldn't do it on his own. He had to get help.
My Ja Rule blew up. Redman and Method Man blew up off of the Hard Knock Life tour. Just Beanie Siegel blew up. Memphis, just a whole bunch of shit, man. So that's my first one. I want to cover that. Jay-Z, Hard Knock Life, classic fucking album and shit, man.
Yeah, close, but no cigar.
No doubt. All right, so I'm gonna jump into mine here. So with mine, speaking of that same day, September 29th of 1998, there was a group that came out on that day, man, their third album. Prior to this album coming out, they had hits like, Elevators, Me and You, Yo Mama and Your Cousin Too. Man. Like this, the Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music, the first album.
All the players came
from far and wide. So by now you should know who I'm talking about. They came out with their third release that was a classic, another classic. And I'm talking about the group who we wish was still making music together to this day. Outkast, my man, Andre 3000, and Big Boy. Man, listen, when I tell you this album dropped that same day, I had a homeboy. Shout out my boy Fred, man. He went out there. He skipped classes. We was in 10th grade. Yeah, 10th grade, man. He skipped class to go to get his cousin to drive him to Best Buy to get both albums. Came back to school and we listened to it in the classroom, man. He had the CD playing. We listened to it, man. So starting with this, man. Listen, just starting off from the beginning, man. You said what?
I don't think you said the name of the album yet. Have you?
I sure didn't. I'm sorry. My apologies. It's him and I, Aquemini.
Okay, there we go. Aquemini, man.
Aquemini. Man, on this album, man, you had the very first single that actually, it stirred up controversy, man. Rosa Parks, you know what I'm saying? That stirred up a lot of controversy. People was mad because they was talking about, get moved to the back of the bus, you know what I'm saying, thinking that it's making fun of Rosa Parks, but I was kind of actually making a tribute because, Outkast, whenever they did songs, you know what I'm saying, it was for a purpose. Right. It wasn't just, just to be rapping something on the song and make it sound good. It was always for a purpose. So you had Rosa Parks, one of the first songs on there, Return of the G, Return of the Gangsta. Like they killed it on that, man. They had Raekwon, man. You would have never thought that Outkast would have got together and did a song with, I remember the Wu-Tang Clan, somebody we were talking about earlier, but they got together with Raekwon, man, did that Skew It on the Barbie, where it was basically that down south New York connection, man, and it merged lines, because, at one point, especially during that time, you know what I'm saying, New York wasn't fucking with the South at all, you know what I'm saying?
It wasn't, definitely wasn't, man.
Right. And I can tell you, like, it's been plenty of, I say this story all the time, just going up to visit family in New York and visit you, D. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I would come with somebody from the South, the first thing was like, nah, we don't fuck with that shit, man. We don't listen to that shit here. You know what I'm saying? But with that I think that to me that really merged the line between New York and down south music, man. And it made it popular, man. And so you had that. Then you had the title track on the album, man, Aquemini. Oh my God, like it was just so much spitting in that song.
Music is just dope on that fucking song. And
yes,
shit, production is crazy, yo.
One thing I didn't like about the album, it was like the way that it was crazy, man, because Outkast got together with Slick Rick.
All right.
And the single that came out, it was called Art of Storytelling. Yeah. So when they did the video, it had Slick Rick, but on the album version, Slick Rick wasn't there. So I'm not really sure as far as why he wasn't on the actual album. I don't know if it was something dealing with Def Jam or what kind of.
Well, I'm thinking about it. The year '98, I think he might have been in jail in '98, or he might have just. I think he might have been in jail in '98.
Oh, I thought he came out.
I'll look it up, but I think he might have been in jail. I'm not saying that had anything to do with it, but it might have, maybe.
So I mean, you had that, and then that Spodioli Dopalicious.
How you say it? I how you say it. How you say that shit, man?
Spodioli Dopalicious.
Spotty.
Yo, I mean that.
At least in '97. Yeah. Never mind.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, like this whole album, man. They even had George Clinton. You know what I'm saying, on the album. But I mean, just with this here, this to me, I think this was that commercial hit. You know what I'm saying? Right. This is, as we're. Except for the Tribe Called Quest, so far it seems like the third attempts have been like kind of like their commercial albums. You know what I'm saying? Like
I think Midnight Marauders was their highest selling album. I think it might have been.
Which one? Quimini?
No, Midnight Marauders might have been
Midnight Marauders.
Tribe's highest
Oh.
selling album. I think so.
Nah, Beat Rhymes in Life.
Nah, I highly doubt that.
Yeah,
Me
nah,
too.
I doubt that.
No.
Me too.
He talking about something, me too.
That's one of my favorite ones too. But I don't think it was. It's so more albums than Midnight Marauders.
And you know, just to let y'all know, man, that album, Outkast, Aquemini, it went 2 times platinum.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? One of the you never expected a down south artist to go platinum like that. You know what I'm saying? Most of the platinum selling albums during that time was coming from New York, because at that time, you know, New York was running shit. It was running all over the place.
Hey, why did you have to do that?
This joint was definitely this album was definitely when I first started really paying attention to Outkast, you know, being from New York. And I really wasn't fucking with Outkast at all, honestly, like until this album came out, until that Rosa Parks song.
Really?
Yeah.
I wasn't fucking with them because I kind of saw them as like just another down south group, like just like
And
whoever. You know,
I remember. Do you remember when the New Jersey Drive came out? New Jersey Drive soundtrack came out, and that was like my joint on the album. And I was like, "Yo, you got to check this out." And he was like, "What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? I don't listen to this shit."
I don't know what the fuck this shit is, yeah.
I'm surprised. Hey, let me go back here. I'm surprised you wasn't checking for them off the first joint, the Southern Playalistic Title Fact.
I wasn't fucking with any no down south music. LJ show.
That shit was so hard though, man. That shit was so hard.
Yeah,
And like
shit.
even
I hated that shit.
like D, did you watch Rap City back in the day, right?
Not all the time. Not all the time.
But you know, on Rap City they had a lot of down south music, and like, you know, I thought, like, of course, being from the South, you would think that all the down south music like spread to, you know, because it's on Rap City. My thought process was, because it's on Rap City and it's syndicated, everybody knows about this rapper or that rapper. Like, I was into hip hop just that much. You know what I'm saying? And I love like music from the South. So I'm thinking even everybody up north, oh, they know about Pastor Troy. They know about Master P because they have videos. So I'm like, they should know. But then I got a real shock. I got a culture shock. I went up and, you know, I mentioned, matter of fact, it was one time it was you and John. Y'all was together and we was talking about music, and I'm like, yeah, Master P. He's like, what the fuck is Master P? I don't listen to this bullshit. What the fuck is this?
The same way I feel about new music now, right? You see, I don't change.
That's fucked up.
History repeats itself, man.
I'm consistent and shit. Yeah. but definitely Outkast definitely was kind of, they did break me up because I was all about West Coast though. Like, especially talking about midnight, I was all about East Coast and West Coast. I wasn't really fucking with anybody else except for East Coast and West Coast. So the Outkast really like broke me out of that because that Rosa Parks joint, it was just different. It was just a different. I was like, oh, okay. And that's around the time when I was experimenting and listening to like a whole bunch of different music, especially around like 98 or so. So I was listening to like Queen and like Metallica and Nirvana. Just listen to a whole bunch of different type of music.
Oh,
so
shit.
Listening to like them, listening to this, that Rosa Pop was like, oh, okay, this is
turned
dope.
out.
Yeah,
Is it safe to say you did that after Pac and Biggie got killed? Could you say that was like the turn?
That was really the reason. No. That was pretty much when I went to college. I went to college and I was just being around different people that listen to different music, and I just started expanding the stuff that I listen to.
You all just hit D with a therapist question.
Nah, man, I'm just saying
to this music because of Biggie and Pac.
No, I was trying to go somewhere with it. I was trying to say,
to the root of
was
this
that the turn? Was that the turn of the?
What's the root of the problem?
I don't know.
Don't listen to him.
Ask
Don't
your
listen to
therapist.
him.
Ask your therapist.
Ask your therapist. Yo, I don't know about why you asked D about Rap City. The first time I heard Southern music was on the other BET show, BET Uncut. That's when I started watching. That's when I was like, oh.
In the 2000s?
No, this is back in the day before that. BET Uncut was like in 90, 97, 98. They had them.
BT Uncut was on that long ago.
I don't remember that. I only remember
Yeah.
BET Uncut was 2000.
Nah, it was way before that. BET Uncut.
He said way before
Way before that. They used to show the big booty.
2001 to 2006.
Well, then they had
Thank
it
you,
before that
D.
shit.
Thank you, D. I appreciate you fact checking
That
that.
was
Thank you.
fact checking that bullshit.
Nicky fingers
Like
like a
I said,
motherfucker.
they were showing ass in the 90s.
Yeah, how we get off of equipment
Yeah,
anyway?
on Luke's
right?
Freak Fest.
Equipment was dope though. Equipment was dope.
Man.
I say all that to say, Outkast definitely for me being a biased New York, strictly New York hip hop listener.
Mhm.
New York and California, that was it. Other than that, I was
Mhm.
fucking everybody else. But until Outkast dropped the shit.
Mhm.
Nigga, you got to get up, get out, and get something. Don't let the
Yo,
days
Prez,
of
hold
your
up, man.
life
I'm calling
pass
you
you
out. You was not
by.
listening to that shit in
I
90 fucking.
swear to you, I
Not
swear
listening
to
no fucking
you.
Outkast. As
That's
ignorant
why-
as your ass is right now.
That's why I'm so surprised. If I was listening to it, how you were listening, it was good music. That first album was tough, yo.
But you
It
know
was
what,
tough.
Fresh, you was in DC around that time, weren't you?
This was 90. Well, the first album was 94. I think I had just got back from DC. I think I had
Okay.
just got back from 94. So
He
I
still
don't
had
know.
his go-go shoes on.
I guess it was just, you know, the music just hit me and I was just moved by it. You know what I'm saying? Because it was that song, it was the Southern Playalistic Cadillac funk and music.
I'm surprised he was liking that shit. I'm
wanna
mad
get
shocked, yo.
He wasn't playing it around his Brooklyn friends. I tell you
Hell
that.
yeah, because you like the Brooklyn hard bombs.
Most Def and
Yes.
Prince Paul ass nigga.
This is true. I
That's
was
what-
playing it. I was playing it in secret. You're right.
Grave diggers ass nigga.
Walkman and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this nigga say grave diggers.
Yeah, but still not better than the Midnight Marauders because Outkast basically was basically a
This fucking
copycat
clown, yo.
of the group A Tribe Called Quest. The record label was created, a
I know somebody
copycat
told me
group, a southern version of A Tribe Called Quest, so it's okay. Just
so
you know.
unprepared, talking like it's a competition and shit.
I think you call him.
I'm just stating the facts.
Anyway, you good? You good, Luol?
I'm good, man.
Good.
This
All right,
shot
man.
so
Yo,
far,
since we
big ass
just-
off the phone.
Since we just spent 45 minutes on the first round,
Next up.
yo, I'm gonna keep it in Queens, yo.
All right.
All right,
Alright.
this album came out a day and a year later than your Aquemini.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna tell you the truth, son. I stay loyal to my Queens cats,
Oh my
Mr.
God.
Cheeks,
LB fam.
Pretty Lou,
Yeah.
Big Nice. They dropped that LB for life.
Mm.
On September 28, 1999, yo.
Huh?
The standout joint, of course, to me was that Ghetto Jitty. Tell them where you from. New York City. Yo, I got to tell you that LB fam, it came out in 99. Unfortunately, 6 months prior to that, Freaky Tah had passed away. The killer just got sentenced in 2001, I think, to 15 years. You heard about that, Prez?
Nah. I didn't know that.
Right. Unfortunately, yo, it was, the promise was so big. Of course, you know, legal drug money before that, of course, with the Jeeps. Remember when Renee was in Don't Drink Your Juice? Wow, you know, whatever that movie
Don't
was.
drink your juice.
Wow.
Don't be a
Yeah.
minute.
Don't be a minute. Stop saying truth by drinking
Drinking your juice. Then you know that Love, Peace, and Nappiness came next.
Mhm.
Love, peace, and happiness.
You know, with the Me and My Crazy World joint, of course, and all that.
Doom, 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 doom.
But Yeah, man. That LB for Life was an album that I was bumping when it came out from beginning to end.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Rest in peace, Freaky Ty.
Okay.
All right. Rest in
Yeah,
peace.
definitely. But not as good as the other Queens MC that I mentioned earlier. That album that came out was very, very how could I put it? It had no equals.
Just basically say you ain't got nothing to talk about because you can just hey, you leave the mic and shit.
Nah, no,
I've never seen so much
research.
buffoonery.
I'm just saying that album, LB for Life. It didn't produce any singles, right? No singles came off of that.
Yo, you out here looking for critical success, yo.
I'm just saying, it didn't have any singles.
But it had
Mr. Cheeks.
What you talking about?
Mr. Cheeks, was pretty much the only rapper on that album in the group. You know what I mean? Freaky Ty was like the hype man. Everything.
Album.
He did his thing and whatever, but I'm just saying.
Take that music.
Continue.
Continue. Yeah, brother. You got anything else, or we can just move on from you and shit?
We can move on. You go ahead.
Sounds good.
I'm sorry.
All right. So that was the first run, right? So we good. Women and Marauders, we good. We know it's one of our favorite albums. We don't got to talk about it anymore. All right.
Exactly. That's a wrap.
Okay, because you like preaching to the choir and shit. You're not saying anything new.
Matter of fact, you is Mike. Mike.
I was jumping all this shit, yo. He's
all right.
You know what I'm saying? So listen, man. After that, okay, that buffoonery aside and shit, man. Yeah. I got so many. It's so many that I've come up with that I just so many and shit. I actually did real research and shit. But I think I'm gonna talk about this one next. I didn't even really hear this album until this guy passed away, because he was my favorite artist from the first time I heard him. The very first feature, he's my favorite artist, my favorite rapper. And then I loved them next album. I loved them on the second album. I loved all the singles and shit. And then the drama started, all the beef started. I'm talking about Tupac Shakur. So all the drama, all the beef started. So I kind of stopped fucking with him. And I kind of pissed at myself back then that I missed this album, that I didn't listen to this shit. I actually listened to this album for the first time, I think, after maybe a week after he died. And then I got this shit. And this is one of the greatest albums of all time. I'm talking about Me Against the World. Tupac shit. Amazing fucking album, yo. I was really mad. I was like, it took me over a year because this came out on March 14th, 95. He passed away in September of 96.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, how the fuck did I miss this album? How the fuck did I not listen to this shit? I mean, we talking about the first single was Dear Mama.
Mm-hmm.
Dear Mama was the first joint on there. Obviously was amazing. I remember the main thing about this album, because he was in jail when this album came out. He was in jail. And I remember all the videos. Remember, he wasn't in any of the videos. You know what I'm saying? Right. They had a whole bunch of stand-ins and they had different things, but so many tears, just an amazing fucking song. Just amazing song.
Temptations with Coolio.
Just remember the Temptations video was Off the Hook, where they going through the hotel and
Salt and Pepper.
Man, oh man. Just a great fucking app. I mean, listen, this is another one. You can listen to it straight from the beginning, from the intro all the way through.
I've been searching for someone. Man.
Some of my favorite joints on this album was that joint Old School.
Love it.
Yeah. Old School.
Word up.
Old school. Yeah, ain't nothing like the old school. I remember Mr. Magic, man. That shit was crazy. LL racing hell, but ever be or Ricky D. Oh my god, just the dope shit. And Me Against the title song, Me Against the World.
Yeah.
Song, Me Against the World. And then Fuck the World, just everything, just a dope fucking album, man. And this was actually, again, we keep talking about how these artists, this is their commercial breakout. This was Tupac's commercial breakout.
Commercial breakout.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
World and shit.
You getting superstar status.
Yes. So this joint went 2 times platinum and shit, man. This is when people really started, because Niggas for Life was people had a lot of dope joints, but it didn't blow up like Me Against the World blew up. So Temptations
video with Coolio.
The video, right? I just watched that shit like a couple of months ago, man. Where Coolio walking through the hotel lobby, he's peeping in all the window. I mean, peeping in all the keyholes and shit. And he's seeing all the crazy stuff, man. But just dope, man. Just big shout out to Tupac, man. I think his birthday was a couple of days ago, I believe.
Yeah,
shit.
it was.
Yeah, would have been like 48, I think they said. So big shout out to them. Legend, legend in the game and shit. One of the greatest of all
Would
time.
have been or is?
No, is definitely. He's definitely a legend. I'm just his body of work.
No, he's saying would have been 48 or currently he is 48.
Currently 48.
Would have been 48. He's passed and shit, man.
He's in Cuba with his aunt. Let's be real.
Like people, I mean, the dude, his first album came out in fucking 91 or 92.
Strictly for My Niggas.
No, God, when was the first album? That was the second album. I can't think what the first album was. I don't feel like Wikipedia and this shit.
Strictly for My Niggas.
Strictly for My Niggas was the first album?
Wait, no.
I'm going to say no.
No problem. I'm here. Shout out the title. Tupac.
I'm here.
Now.
What the fuck?
Tupacalypse, right?
Yeah,
Tupacalypse.
Tupacalypse.
First album in 91. So just think about it. Tupacalypse 1 was in 91. The dude died in 96. That's 5 fucking years.
Wow.
That's 5 years. The body of work this dude put out in 5 years is insane, yo. So
Yeah.
It's crazy. And
and the movies. The albums and the fucking movies.
Yeah.
Insane, man. But that's it for me, though, man. Shout out to Tupac Shakur, Me Against the World, yo.
No doubt. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to jump on another album in relation to Pac. There was somebody who was like real close to Pac. And, you know what I'm saying? He always talked about him. And I believe he met him when Pac was in New York. And that's how they became close. The person I'm talking about was in a group, came out with their third album called Poverty's Paradise.
Okay.
I'm talking about Naughty by Nature. Yes. Yo, man, when I first heard this album, because before I had never heard a whole Naughty by Nature album.
Really?
I had always heard like the singles.
See, that's,
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
crazy to me. Wow. Okay.
And you know, my pops was the one that actually put me on this album because he bought it. And he bought it off the single Feel Me Flow. You know what I'm saying?
That's one of the greatest songs and shit.
Yes.
That shit is tight.
Yes. Holla if you hear me, yo. Come and feel me flow. This album was dope, man. Just from, you know what I'm saying, the Poverty's Paradise, that particular single, man. I believe it was Monica. that they had on the album singing for Poverty's Paradise. I don't know if am I correct? I don't see it here, but I thought that's who they had on the singing in Poverty's Paradise. But then they had that Clap Your Hands. That joint was dope. Hang Out and Hustle with My Friends, man. I love that song. I think my dad played that song over and over and over again. And this came out in May 16th of 1995. So in 95, I was still in middle school. I want to say,
damn.
Yeah, man.
Oh, Joe.
because 97 I went to high school. So yo, this was my 6th in May. That was the summer. So matter of fact, I had just got out of 5th grade, get ready to come to South Carolina that summer. Because I was in Florida and I was playing football. I was doing summer training. And when we left to come to South Carolina, I remember that's when the album came out. So yeah. I remember that. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm telling y'all the story about this, how I'm first hearing this album, and I'm a little bit younger than y'all. So it's like y'all hear me talk about this, and it's like, yo, you was that young?
Yeah.
Like middle school, man. Like, wow.
But I mean, that's the stuff that we remember mostly, though, man. That's what's up, man. Like middle school, high school. That's usually most of our favorite shit.
Exactly. Matter of fact, Naughty by Nature album. This is when I first heard their group Rotten
Rascals.
Yeah, Rotten Rascals. Thank you. But yeah, I think that was Treacher's group, if I'm not mistaken. And then he had a skit on here with Chris Webber.
I don't even remember that one.
Oh, yo, the craziest.
Yeah, that was the shit.
Yeah.
That was the shit.
And I think that was the first time I ever heard like somebody shout out South Carolina. Carolina niggas is the craziest.
Charlie Brown shout out South Carolina. Well, that was North Carolina and shit. Never mind.
Yeah.
Petey Pablo, right? Petey Pablo. Oh no, that was North Carolina too.
Yeah, no, he said South Carolina, Petey Pablo, but this is Petey Pablo came way after them.
Yeah, he did. True.
But yeah, man, this album was dope, man. The Chain Remains. I love this song, man. I love this whole album. Matter of fact, they got a song here called Shout Out, and they were talking about like all the different DJs or whatever. They was talking like all the different DJs on the album, and they were shouting out different radio stations. Okay. And I remember hearing they shouted out the DJ here. They shouted out a radio station here in South Carolina. Big DM. Shout out to Prince Ice. And they just went to every pretty much city and shouted them out. It was
man smart though. That's how you do it though. It's man
exactly.
Smart. You get that radio playing on
exactly.
On the other stations. Yeah, that's what's up.
But yeah, man, this album was dope, man. That's all. That's all I got for this one, man.
Okay, that's what's up. I mean,
I would tell you that I was gonna take it somewhere else. I'm gonna keep it in Queens.
Okay.
I got to keep it in Queens one more time for me.
I swear to God, if you pick this one.
You always say that shit. Yes, man.
Oh my God!
What are you talking about, pal?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Come on, nah, because you know what? That's why we usually say things, and we just say, what we was gonna say to put it out there. But I'm not stealing nobody. You're not gonna take this one.
Thank you, sir.
Queens. Thank you very much. Release date June 2nd, 1998. Of course, once again, I gotta keep it in the 90s. Yo, this is probably one of the first times you heard 50 Cent on the album.
Okay.
Oh,
right?
I know what you about to say.
And they had a video in a hockey rink.
Yes.
The joint was named React.
No doubt.
Okay. And then, of course,
shit, right?
the title track,
Boo Boo.
Shut Them Down. I'm talking about Onyx.
Yes.
Back the Fuck Up was a classic debut album.
That was a classic.
Yo.
Wait, you say it's the debut album?
Back the Fuck Up was a classic debut album.
Mm-hmm.
We're supposed to be talking about the third album.
Yo, let that nigga talk.
Yo, can you let a nigga talk that got something to say?
All right.
That can fully contribute.
What the hell? You went through Trap Hard Quest whole category before you talk about Midnight Reporters. Build it up.
And don't forget the Shut 'Em Down remix had Dory and Big Pun on it.
Yes.
DMX is on the album. I already mentioned 50. Probably first time anybody ever heard 50 before.
First time 50 was on the song.
Yes, that's one of the first times. This is summer of '98.
That's the first time I heard it. I didn't even realize it was him until like years later. I was like, oh, that's 50 Cent.
That was a posse track.
That before he got shot, right?
Yeah, this is before
He got shot. Yeah.
You
When
know,
did How to Rob come out? Didn't How to Rob
Might have been after this.
definitely after this, man.
okay.
It debuted at number 10 on the charts on the Billboard 200, and number 3 on the top album charts of R&B and hip hop. You know, 3 Billboard singles was on there. The Worst, Shut 'Em Down, and the joint with 50, React.
Mm-hmm.
To this day, one of my favorite albums. Yo, Fredro Starr, top tier MC. Top tier MC. So, you know, and of course, Sticky Fingers, you know, that's our dog. So off the bat, you know, I gotta go with Onyx on that Shut 'Em Down.
Okay, Recess going. He going the obscure albums and shit. I hear you, man.
Yo,
Queens keeping it
I
90.
ain't mad at you, man.
and just to add to it, man, I don't know if y'all remember, but there was a Def Jam initiative during that time, which was called Def Jam 2000. This was one of the ones that was part of that initiative because they had that Survival of the Illest, that second disc. They had that Survival of the Illest.
Oh,
Yes.
Survival of the Illest. I remember that. I remember that. Okay, that's what's up.
All right.
Yeah.
And Prez has to say
Moving
You
on.
got a floor, right, Brad?
No.
He's
moving
on,
along.
No comment.
he's starting to fall asleep, man.
No comment. I'm here with you.
You here?
You here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you here?
You
Are
good?
you here?
You good, Brad? We
Good
got a
money,
floor, right?
man.
Thanks for water.
Good money.
All right, man. All right, I was probably, I guess after this be our last run around, then we get to the honorable mentions. I was trying to decide which one I was gonna go for this last one. I think I'm gonna rock with this one. I'm gonna rock with this one, man. It's a very significant album. It just happens to be the best-selling album of the 21st
Oh
century.
my gosh.
Which is kind of baffling. I didn't know this until just now, or until a little while ago. This album sold 35 million copies worldwide,
Oh
which
my
is pretty crazy.
God.
I'm talking about. I'm gonna just get into it, man. We talk about Eminem. We talk about Marshall Mathers LP, man.
Prez don't like this one.
For a second, I thought he was gonna-
Marshall Mathers LP, classic fucking album and shit, man. Eminem's third album, ridiculous. I mean, from the real Slim Shady, from that video, just from the video, the out the gate, the real Slim Shady video. That's because that's when I really saw. I was like, oh, okay, because the first album came out, I was like, I mean, he's all right, but you know. By the time this shit came out, I was like, oh, okay, he's real. This dude is dope, man. And then The Way I Am, still one of the dopest songs like ever.
Because I
The Way I
am whatever you say I am.
Crazy. You talking about stand? People still use that word, and now people still use that word to describe people.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I think I used it earlier today.
I think you did use it earlier today. You did use it, man.
How you don't like somebody, but yet you stealing their slang?
I never said I didn't like Eminem. Where did I ever say
Hold
that?
on, you said something bad about Eminem before?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay.
Don't listen to these fools.
Due to appropriation.
Don't listen to these knuckleheads.
How about
You say you sided with what's his name?
who's that?
Who?
The hater.
The hater.
The
Star?
Yeah, no, not Star. The new hater. We doing these interviews with
Lord Jamar.
yeah, Lord.
Oh,
Jamar.
Lord Jamar.
Ah.
Oh,
The
man.
new hater.
Man, please, man. Anyway, Lil Jamal's a clown, man. But yo, that bitch please too. That bitch please too.
Yes.
With Dre, Snoop, and Exhibit and Nate Dogg. Classic joint, man. But like I said, Eminem, he wasn't really. I really wasn't really checking for him in all honesty. For like I said, when he first came out, it was around like when this album dropped, and then like a couple of years later when 8 Mile came out. That's not really was like, okay, I give it to him and shit, man. But, it's just dope shit. Like I said, so fucking a million, fucking 35 million albums. You can't go wrong with
Real
that.
Slim Shady was on there, right?
Real Slim Shady was on there. Yes, indeed. Yes,
The way he
indeed.
says, I'm like a thing to listen to because I'm only giving you things you chat about with your friends inside your living rooms. The only difference is I got the balls to say it. That's the one.
That's a win, brother.
What the fuck Prez don't like it for? Prez he said, but I'm jerking, but this whole back Viagra isn't working. How he doesn't like, I don't get it, yo.
He claimed he never said that. He claimed he never said that.
Never said it. Never said it.
Burger King on your onion ring.
Never said it.
Ring spit.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, but that's what's up, man. I'm gonna wrap it up with Eminem and shit though for this go around.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So my last album I'm gonna talk about,
Which I didn't take from you.
thank you, and I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna head straight to Queens.
Okay.
Definitely want to give a big rest in peace to one of the members of this group, man. I was fortunate enough to see these guys perform before his passing. I'm talking about, rest in peace, The Prodigy.
No
I'm
doubt.
talking about Mobb Deep. That album that was released on November the 19th, a couple of days after my birthday of 1996, man. Hell on Earth.
Yes, indeed. Hello on Earth, man.
Oh my God.
Be first. The projects is frontline and the enemy is part time. I ain't got to tell you. It's right in front of your eyes. What?
Listen, Animal Instinct, man. I was blessed with the opportunity for me to actually rhyme on a track that got recorded. Shout out my man Action, man. We was able to use this instrumental and rhyme over it, man. This was the first time people had ever heard me rhyme before, and it was one of the joints I've always wanted to rhyme on, man.
No doubt.
So you had that. I mean, it was like you can't even skip a song on this album, man. You had that Drop a Gem, that Blood Sport.
Oh my gosh.
The
G.O.D. Godfather Part 3.
QBC.
Man, dude.
Damn, you right about this shit. God damn. That Nighttime Vultures with Raekwon.
Yes.
That's still shining is so tough.
Yo, they Give It Up Fast with Nas, man.
Nah, Give It Up Fast. Nas and Big Noise.
Oh my God, what is that verse that Nas said? I can't even think of the verse right now, but he said some shit like at the end. It was like the last two bars. I was like, what the fuck? Help me out, sis.
Man, I gotta go back into my
Yo, hold on. You trying to memorize or remember like the last two bars on like a verse?
Yeah, because it was like something that he said, and I had it in my mind.
You know, it's so crazy. If you give me the first two lines, I bet I can say the whole verse for you. That's cool.
I remember that shit.
Yeah, man, that's a wrap on that one.
But how about that Drop a Gem on him though? You skipped over that one a little bit. Subliminal Tupac diss and shit, man.
Yes.
That shit was crazy. That shit was hard, man.
Man.
He got raped on the island. Like,
The extortion.
Mm.
With, my man Method Man.
Method Man. Yeah, I don't even remember that joint. I don't remember that song.
Me neither.
Really?
Extortion. Oh, bottom line. I do remember that shit. Time to rob. Yeah. Extortion. What? Yo, extortion. I do remember that shit. That shit was dope. Same time I'm robbing you, punk. Yeah. That shit was tight.
Okay.
Get out the airport. The mob picked me up in the truck. Jewelry trucky as fuck. I ain't scared to get stuck. God, came out of nowhere. Said, hold on.
He figured it out. Holy shit. I could like hear his brain like working.
The wheels was turning.
Oh my god.
I can really figure it out, yo. You can go ahead and move on. Like, he trying to figure the rest of the verse out and shit, man.
Oh yeah. Because he said,
This is like he with the rap genius and shit.
I had to, man, because I couldn't think of it, man.
Y'all hilarious.
Like, what did he say? He said, I got a plan to blow up the Hiroshima, Japan, moving niggas out the hood, just divide them with fam. And yo, the bitches, like G Money said to his man he said about the dick by the horse with the cowboy brain. Yo, I said,
oh man,
when I heard that shit, man, I was like, what the fuck? Yo, my God.
crazy. I was killing it, man.
Yo, this album right here, man. When I listen,
it's a classic. It's classic, man.
Man, and I tell you, everybody here in the Columbia area, because this was played on the radio station Big DM, played on a regular. I'm telling you, everybody was like mob fans. Mob
was big on Mobb Deep. Okay,
everybody was big actually on New York. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like. Everybody wanted to be a New York rapper. Everybody wanted to be this from New York. And because, like I've said before on previous episodes where, it was always somebody coming from New York to move down south because they got
right
down south, or somebody, somebody trying to get out of trouble from New York and they have to move down. They
send them down south or whatever. That's how. But we all have family down there, and we all, everybody from New York have family in the south and shit. So we would go down there and be like the same way like me used to do. You would bring stuff up there. I didn't listen to it, but you would bring it up there. and I would bring stuff down there for you and shit to listen to and shit, man. So I tape off the radio. I record off of the radio.
Yeah, I remember that. And you would leave some, and you'd be like, "How the fuck?"
You keep talking about I'm leaving shit. I didn't leave no tapes there, man. You stole my fucking tapes, man. I did not leave shit. How I'm gonna leave it? You slipping out my bag and shit. I was sleeping. Yeah.
Oh, get the fuck out of here! Because I remember that fact. You was like, "How do you know Snow?" Like I came back and you was like, I went up. It's like, how do you know all these lyrics of Snow, man? You stole my shit, nigga.
Oh man, but it's classic joint though, but Mobb Deep and shit, right?
Absolutely, man. Hell on earth, man.
No doubt. What's up, Recess?
Keeping it in Queens.
Come on, man. You got another Queens, man. What's up, brother?
In Queens, D. I couldn't keep it in the 90s though.
Okay. Oh, you better not take my. Oh, you motherfucker.
June of 1989.
Is this my shit? Oh no, this ain't my shit. Okay, we good.
Of course not, man. Talk about James Todd Smith.
Okay.
Talk about Walk Like a
Panther.
You shouting out Walk Like a. I hear. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I like it.
What?
Slick as Vaseline, smells good as cologne. I'm like a muscle man in jail. They leave me alone. I rhyme like Superman. You rap like Jimmy Olsen.
I'm the type of guy. I'm going back to Cali.
Yeah, that was on this. Okay. I can get with that. And okay, you know what? You're right.
Classic LL video and song when the joint come on right now. Get the part. And you say New York City.
Jingle it, baby.
Jingle it, baby. Go ahead,
baby. Go ahead, baby. Uncle L, future of the funk.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, D?
Let's not forget Brenda got a big old butt.
Yeah.
I was in the mall, sipping on a milkshake, playing in the wall, taking a break with the bimbo earrings, baby hair. That's how I made her. Her name was Tina. I can't remember that shit. That's my shit. Her name was Brenda. She had the kind of booty that I always remember.
Jay-Z
You remember-
will have a
you remember-
chance on
what-
this guy.
What the shit he said on that? He was like, he met Shorty at he's banging Shorty in Red Lobsters and shit. And then
Yes.
and other shit came in. It was Brenda. She worked at Red Lobster, but I didn't remember. Lisa got a big old butt.
Oh,
Mm-mm-mm.
don't forget about that. One shot of love.
Oh no, no. No. I don't know the singles on this album. I don't know any of these other shits, man.
So yeah, D, I kept it in Queens.
That's what's up.
I love Ladies Love LL Cool J's son. Ladies Love
One of the
Cool J.
greatest of all time, man.
Absolutely.
A,
Lost
the
favorite
B,
all-
the D, the E, the F, the G, the H, the I, the J, the K, the L, the M, the O, the P, the Q, the R, the S, the T, the U, the V, W, X, Y, Z. Bullshit. Rhyme to the rhythm of the.
What the hell was that?
'Cause I'm
That
on
was the
some
lyric.
L shit. Yeah.
He
You
did the
better
whole,
recognize D.
Huh?
he did the whole alphabet. That
Yeah,
was
that's
that was
what
the
he
lyric.
said. I
Yeah,
think
that's
that's on.
That's the GOAT.
Yeah, he went through the whole alphabet.
Sound like Black Child's joint at the shit that you threw, D.
What's up? What's that recess?
I said that sounds like Black Child's joint from the shit that you threw.
Black child. Oh man. So that's what's up. You good, man?
Yes, sir. I'm good.
Let me run through my see, this is crazy though. Like these are like honorable mentions, man, but some classic shit, man. See, you said Queens. I thought you was going back to 86, man. I thought you was going all the way back to the one of the original. We're talking about that Raising Hell, Run DMC.
I could have
Yeah,
done
We married
that.
Like,
again.
and once again, we talking about people's like they're like breakout albums. I think this is Run DMC breakout album and shit, man. With my Adidas. Yep.
Absolutely.
Adidas.
Walk This Way. I mean, it don't get no bigger than Walk This Way.
It was not. That was
Nope.
the joint that
That
blew
was it.
out the water.
That was it. That got them on MTV, and they just went through the stratosphere with Walk This Way. You Be Illin',
Mhm.
and it's tricky. I met this little girlie. Her hair was kind of
Kinda
curly.
curly.
Went to her house and bust her out. I had to leave there early.
Ooh, it's tricky rock around. That's right on top. It's tricky.
Shout out to Run DMC, man. I said that was. I had another one. Oh man, this dude. We did a whole episode on this dude, man. Whole episode on this dude. I don't know how nobody mentioned this shit.
Nobody-
If Prez would have did some fucking research and shit, he might have mentioned this shit, man.
Absolutely.
Talk about the one and only Kanye West. Graduation, y'all. Come on.
Come on,
Come
son.
on, man.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, you could
forgot.
anyway. You forgot about it. Come on, man. You kidding?
Something you never fucking knew or you never looked for, kid.
No, I think I had said that in the chat though. I think I mentioned that, didn't I?
You didn't say a damn thing.
I didn't
Y'all
mention the
remember?
graduation.
Oh, this is the one that he went up. He went head to head with 50 Cent, right?
Absolutely.
He went platinum in a week. Kanye went platinum in a week. Yeah, this is probably his best album to me. This is his best album.
My favorite Kanye song is on that shit, son.
What? Can't Tell Me Nothing.
That's one of them.
Okay, that's Stronger.
What's the other one?
Good Life. Flashing Lights is my favorite Kanye joint. I love Flashing Lights. Homecoming, another joint that was dope. What about you, Recess? What's your favorite joint?
It's near the end.
Near the end
Oh,
of the shit.
I know. I look better in real life.
Oh, Everything I Am, right?
There you go, son.
Graduation.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of which, wasn't that 50 Cent's third album?
I think so. Yeah. Was that
Take
his third
two.
album? Second album. That was Curtis.
Yeah, Curtis. That was his third album, technically, because Power of a Dollar really didn't come out. Yeah, so you can't count that.
You got Massacre.
Yeah, Massacre. I forgot Massacre. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the third one.
Yeah.
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 Good one.
I mean, 50 Cent one did good, but Kanye beat him though. I do remember that shit. Kanye beat him
Yeah.
and shit.
But
Yeah.
50 did have that gun go.
Because of Oprah.
That was a tough joint.
He won because of Oprah.
He won because of Oprah. A big shout out to Kanye. Another one of my favorite joints. This album wasn't really like a critical hit, but this was one of my favorite joints. Slick Rick's Behind Bars.
Mm-hmm.
Dope album. Me and my cousin John, man, we listen to this shit, man. Oh my god, yo. We had to listen to this album like 400 times, man. We would go on, we would just play the shit right back again. It's just so many class sitting in my car. Oh my god, just I love That's True Part 1 and Part 2. The Behind Bars joint, that's the joint with Warren G.
Mm-hmm.
That was that dumb diddy dotty day. This type of shit happens every day. So this is another one, just like Tupac's third album when he was in jail. This album came out when Slick Rick was in jail. So that's why they didn't get a chance to promote it or nothing, man. They just dropped it and shit. The last one I'm gonna cover, I'm like, nobody talked about this. Y'all be tripping, man. I'm gonna call a prez out for this one and shit.
No, don't do it because you know I wanted to. You know I wanted to.
Where's he from?
Queens.
Okay, no, that's not it.
All right,
no.
all right.
It's from New Jersey. Talk about Reggie Noble, Muddy Waters.
Muddy Waters.
Whatever, man.
Come on. This probably one of Redman's best albums and shit,
Muddy
man.
Waters.
Muddy fucking Waters, B.
Oh, Prez, you bugging.
Yes.
No,
Prez,
I didn't. No.
You got all these shits.
No. I think What the Album was his best album. This his first album was his best album.
What is this classic shit?
It's
From top
good.
to bottom,
It's good.
man.
Yo,
Whatever, man. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Yeah.
Pick it up. Pick it up.
what's that?
Just-
Dun. Was that joint on there?
What that joint was.
Just to Kill.
By the name, cops the name. I think that's on
Mr. Kane. Hold up. Joe Piscopo.
It's supposed to. I can't. What's the name of that song?
No, that was on Docs 2000. That was on
Docs, right? Okay.
That's the name.
Stop it.
We can't think of the name of the song.
With the pull out the jaw, let it out.
Let it.
Stop it.
But that joint with K Solo, it's like
Yes,
that.
me and my brother.
Keep it on. Classic, man. Oh, the drum of Method Man.
It was tough. It was
Do
tough.
what you feel and I'ma follow. Just do what you feel and I'ma doom. Classic joint, man.
It was
Come
tough.
on.
It was tough.
Just all this shit. Rock the Spot. It's just everything. Just shout out to Redman. Shout out to Muddy Waters, man. Classic joint forever and ever and ever, man. And that's it. That's if my honorable mentions, yo.
What?
Wow.
What's good? What's going on, Lou Hall?
Lou Hall, what you got, Lou Hall?
What you got, sis?
Oh, you know what I got? The ultimate back slap to Prez. He should have always fucking mentioned this. If anything, he should have fucking mentioned this. I'm talking about
What's that?
Nasir motherfucking Jones with I am. Serious, nigga. Probably one of the greatest. I think besides Memory Lane, my second favorite joint has to be that Nas Is Like by
Nas Is Like it's classic fucking
Yeah.
that fucking that production is crazy.
You know, he came out his bag when he
Nas Is Like Primo.
Yes. Freedom of Jail clips inserted the babies being born same time
the man is murdered.
in the end. Before plateau is only natural, I explain my plateau and also what defines my name. Shut up, Brad.
Was nasty.
Shut up, Brad. Shut up.
You have nothing to say.
You have nothing
God.
to
You
say.
still talking about Midnight Marauders from an hour and a half ago and shit, yo.
Exactly.
You have nothing to say, Brad. He came out his bag with Puff on Hate Me Now.
Hate Me Now was still a classic joint forever.
Yes, it is.
Every
Yes,
time
it
I'm
is.
passing by Linden in 202, I'm looking up.
Word.
Right? That same store looking the
That
same.
same store. Yep. It's right on the storefront. was like, what the fuck? It was like literally 3 blocks from my house. I said, where the hell was that when they made this video and shit, man? Nobody told me.
Yo.
Man. What's up?
Go ahead, man.
Yo, the most soulful Nas joint is that We Will Survive, son.
Okay.
Oh
The
yeah.
soulful Nas joint ever is that We Will Survive, son. Yo, them verses are so deep, son. And then in contrast, you have when I'm the one to call, whether you are a veteran with blue balls. Hold on, no, not Dr. Roof. Call me Dr. Nagu.
Dr. Nabu.
A glass for the youth, sex ed for your head, the do's and don'ts that should happen in the bed. Yo, come on. I Am is my only
Classic
honorable mention.
That was your only one? Okay.
My only one, Prez. Go ahead, Lou
What you
Hall.
want me
That's
to
what I had.
say, man?
For me, man, one of my honorable mentions, man, this album doesn't get a lot of talk. I liked it, man. Beanie Siegel, man, The Becoming. This
Okay.
the joint that had that Feel It in the Air joint, man.
Oh, okay. I can feel it in the air.
He had the joint with Redman, that One Shot Deal.
Mhm.
With this one, he had the joint with Bun B called Purple Rain. My God, I love this. Oh, yo, and he had Grand Poobah and Sadat X on that Bread and Butter. Oh my God, I love that. I love that song just because I like them. So you had that. Another artist I wanted to get into, as far as third albums, my honorable mention, man, is definitely going to be my man Twista, man.
Okay.
Wow.
Yo, the third album that he had, man, was Kamikaze. Oh my God, I love Kamikaze, man. That album was just too dope, man. With Kamikaze, this one had the slow jams on there with Kanye West and Jamie Foxx, man.
The slow jam joint? Yeah.
Yes, had the Overnight Celebrity. He had another joint on there with it's called Like a 24, and it was T.I. was on it, man. Listen, this album, I tried to learn every single like Twista verse because I'm a huge Twista fan, man. It's hard to keep up with them, but you know what I'm saying? It was still dope, man. Another one I wanted to get into, that I'm surprised nobody even said. Well, actually, I'm surprised Seth didn't even say this one.
Don't go there. I know who it is just because.
Don't go there.
Yo, man, my man Jadakiss, man.
Okay.
The last kiss, man.
Oh man.
This one, some people liked it, but some didn't. But I loved it, especially with that Who's Real, man, because he had my man Swiss Beats. He had OJ the Juice, man, that really nobody knew.
On like Trace 20s and Times, I think we just talked about this shit.
Did we talk about this one? Yeah, I think we did because I did mention OJ the Juice, man.
When did it come out?
This actually came out on January the 1st of 2009.
Okay,
Yeah. So we did talk about that.
Me now,
because that was like who's phony, who's fake. Yeah, that's
the
the
type
joint.
of people
I
I
hate.
Swizzy.
Yeah, Nas on the album, man, on that What If. Man, listen, this album was really good. I really, really, really like this. Oh, that Rockin' with the Best. I played this joint over and over because I just love how smooth it was. Because Pharrell did the beat. That jump was just so smooth, man.
My favorite song of all time. I'll be by your side, son.
Oh yeah, with Neo, man.
That's your favorite song of all time?
One of my favorite Jadakiss songs of all time, By My Side. Absolutely. And when you see it, and when you take them to the Gucci store, show them the loafs, hood niggas, I'm just showing you growth, and I'm still right. Yo, come on now. Regardless, son.
Regardless.
Kid.
Regardless.
Yo, he got a joint with Nas on there too. He got a joint with Nas on that album too. The Last Kiss. What do you got? What, man?
I'm gonna give you one more album real quick for honorable mention. Prez is really gonna like this one. I'm talking about mattress bed, mattress pad, J Cole. On that 2014 Forest Hill Drive, man.
Yeah.
Forest Hill Drive, no doubt. Classic joint.
Yeah, that was the classic joint, man. He really had a lot of joints on there. That Firing Squad. I thought that was the main one that stood out to me, that Firing Squad, because that when he came out ripping hard, I said, wow. That Wet Dreams joint.
Wet Dreams.
Wet Dreams. Yeah, that was dope.
Wet Dreams. Oh man. I get my Z's.
Nah, but this one was actually straight, man.
That Pillow Talk.
I really think this one was definitely a good honorable mention, man. But yo, that's gonna be all my honorable mentions, man.
That's
Prez, you got any honorable mentions?
Prez?
I got one. The Roots, man. That
Half-Life.
Half-Life. By the Roots was definitely a tough album. They had a couple joints. They had that Respond React on there. They had a Push Up Your Light Up. They had Concerto of the Desperado. ROOTS, check the flow. If you don't like I know, then you know the motto. All that bullshit got to go. It had Clones with the young spitter Dice Raw.
Dice Raw.
He had and then they had the fucking the single Never Do What They Do.
That's the one that started all the beef with Biggie and them and shit.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Exactly.
It's so crazy how Black Thought was claimed he didn't know what was going on. I don't know.
Nah, he knew what was going on, man.
He claimed he didn't know when they were doing that video and shit. They literally didn't mocking them in the video. He claimed he didn't know it.
Nah, he was trying to be politically correct, trying to clean it up.
But Biggie, and the way Biggie, I remember he was talking about the way Biggie came at them was just like it was like why y'all why y'all doing that to me? Is I love y'all and shit. Like why y'all dissing me like that? And then Black Thought was like, oh, I didn't know we was. I ain't never did nothing to y'all and shit. Like, why the fuck y'all trying to play me?
I'm glad it didn't come to nothing too serious. It was handled like gentlemen.
No doubt.
But yeah,
like gangsters.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm the new Rakim. Maybe I'm Fab Faro.
Okay.
Okay.
But that was my one. That was my one honorable.
Pre-Kardashian, Kanye, my rhyme play immaculate.
Oh God, I know you're not still talking about that damn freestyle and shit.
I know you do. Yo,
you gotta listen to something new, man. You gotta listen to something new, man. Oh man, but this was dope. But it's so crazy, man. Just like I said, we just thinking about like people's like third albums, man. We don't really think about them like that. And a lot of these people just like a breakout joint.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yo, we forgot about EPMD.
What was that third album?
Business as Usual.
Oh man, I was just about to look them up too. I was like, oh no, that's probably one of them new ones. That's the one with
Rampage.
Rampage.
I'm on a Rampage.
Rampage. Uncle L. Slow Down, Baby. Oh my God. The Ripper. The Overlordian. Oh my God. That shit go.
Overlordian. Play your rhyme sound like an old accordion.
Damn. Break it. No, that's Booming Systems. What the hell, Cool Jigga?
The Ripper, the Master, the Overlordian, making that feel like an old accordion. How'd it go?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it, right?
That's the shit, though, man.
That shit myself. I forgot that shit. The future.
I'm on a rampage. Oh, slow down,
Guilty. Face down on the pavement. No holds barred.
The Undertaker dropped thunder on the fakers. When it comes to lyrics, I'm
I'm
a freaky ass
freaky
Saker.
Saker.
Take the mic down slow and careful. Mindful low in. I got another handful.
Oh.
Guitar tipping, top of the tipping, giving punks a whipping.
Yo,
That was
talking
ill,
about
man.
EPMD third album and just sing verse.
Yeah, the LL verse was the illest verse on the fucking
On the
album.
album, nah, get the fuck out of here, son.
But that joint had crossover on that, Luha? Crossover was on that? Whatever you need.
I think it was.
Yeah. Or you know, moved off from your Wikipedia and shit. You know, pass it.
No, I was looking up something else.
How about Public Enemy, Fear of a Black Planet?
That's that third joint. Okay.
Oh, that third joint. It had the joint. It had Brothers Gonna Work It Out.
Ooh,
911 is a joke.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Terror Dome.
one of their fucking biggest albums and shit.
Burn, Hollywood, burn. I smell a riot going on.
Ooh, that video's strong, man.
I can't do nothing for you, man.
That's my house party and shit, right?
Man, yep.
That Flav joint. And then, of course, which is why this is probably their most commercially successful album, was Fight the Power.
Oh, this definitely had to be the most commercial.
You see what I mean?
Absolutely.
Power.
Like I said from the onset.
2 million sold, man.
That don't seem like a lot, though. Well, back then, was it?
For 90?
1990? Yeah.
That's a lot in 1990s.
Yeah, true.
Brother's gonna work it out. That shit was crazy. Yeah, this is a dope ass album, man.
Absolutely, D. Like I said from the beginning,
Yeah, man.
these
What'd you
third
say?
albums will catapult you into superstar status, kid.
Sure. It's kind of like if you think about it like a NBA player, they got the rookie year where they got the hype. You know, a lot of people kind of fall off in their second year,
Sophomore wall.
sophomore wall, and then that third year, that's when they
Boom.
they come up. So
So I mean, if we talk about music now, can we really equate that to now being that so much like artists put a lot of music out now, like back to back to back to back?
like who? People still ain't make albums like that nowadays.
Yeah. Shit. We talk about them Griselda boys.
Okay.
They constantly putting out albums back to back to back, and I mean nothing but a whole bunch of content. And it just seems like the one I think was started it all was, to me, like Wayne when he went back.
Yeah, Wayne put out. I was looking at Wayne shit because I was thinking like maybe they caught it through. I said, damn, that's not even close, man. Wayne got like 1 million fucking albums.
Yes,
Yes, he
man.
does.
Like, Lord have mercy.
Yes.
and you know he got that
Like
from.
7th album and shit.
He said he got that from Pac, just watching how Pac, went into the studio and just went and put down song after song after song. He lived in the studio. And I think that's what a lot of rappers now do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was talking about like with these Griselda dudes, man, they constantly putting out joints, man. And, of course, we don't know what is constituted as a EP or what's constituted as a mixtape these days. The lines are so blurred.
Yeah, things are completely different nowadays.
Yeah, man.
Word up.
But anyway, that's what's up, my brothers.
Yo, what happened? That's not my brothers. That was the fastest outro I ever heard before in my life. Yo, he said, "All right, my brothers."
Join.
Peace.
Out.
Well, the show must go on. Peace.
Peace. And that's all, folks.
Come on back.
Oh,
baby.
he's still
Come on
talking.
back.
He's still talking too.
Oh my gosh.
You gotta bring it back.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
Oh man. Okay, keep on. All right. I don't know.
He's under the water, man. He's under the water.
Hey,
Go
under
ahead.
the water.
Go ahead and shout out your where they can find you at, Press.
Yo, as always, man, thank you for listening, rocking with us. You can definitely hit me up on Instagram and Twitter. It's going to be REP1804. That's REP1804. Holla at your boy.
Yo, and as always, you can find your boy Lou Hall on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. That's gonna be Lou Hall is IZ back BACK. Lou Hall is IZ back BACK. Also hit me on the email louhall803@yahoo.com. Louhall803 at yahoo.com.
Oh.
Yo, Prez.
Yo.
Cause I can do it right. Yes, I can. You don't know what joint that is right there? Big Daddy Kane off a Taste of Chocolate. Oh, I had to sneak that one in there.
Did you really
Anyways,
invent an
son.
album?
Taste the Chocolate was a terrible album.
Oh
yo.
my God.
Terrible album. Man.
Cause I can do it right.
No, please.
Oh my gosh. You know,
What
I
the
know
fuck
all
happened,
three
yo?
verses. I know all three verses.
Mhm.
All right, D, go ahead.
Something wrong with
Thank you, man. I don't know, but my shit just went completely out. Yeah. All
All right, they did theirs, but you can just go now. Do you, D?
No doubt, man.
Clean
We
up,
So
clean up.
Classic Podcast. Y'all know what it is. Your man
Nah,
D
buddy.
Dame.
Nah, buddy.
What the fuck we doing?
Nope. You're not coming in. You're not coming
can't hear
in
me?
loud or clear.
Wow.
I can hear you.
You can hear me?
He's
Oh.
fucking with you, D. Just give
What
your
about recess? You hear me, recess?
yes. Just give your info, D. They
Thank
did
you,
theirs.
man. It's your man D Dame at DJ D Dame on Instagram
Sorry,
and
Charlie.
Twitter. Email is djddame@gmail.com. And that's it, yo.
And of course, this is your boy Recess on the Snapchat Resuscitation, on the Twitter at Southside Recess, and as always on that IG at GETDAFUCOUTAHERE. Get the fuck out of here.
Just like my connection, they got the fuck out of here, man. Lord have mercy. What the?
Jesus
I was
Christ.
looking, I said, wait a minute, they all frozen? That means I must be going to shit, yeah. Oh man, but it's all good. Yo, we out, man. We So Classic Podcast, 3-year anniversary. We out.
Peace.
Holla.